to conduct a chi-square test using raw data. By raw data, I mean each row represents an observation in your spreadsheet. So in this case, we're working with the M&M tally raw data SPSS file. And you can see that each of these rows represents a different observation, a different M&M that was pulled from a particular bag and came out a certain color. Now, this is the way your data will be most of the time when you collect the data yourself. And so when you've collected it and you're running the chi-squared, it will often look like this. So let's go ahead and run that chi-squared. You go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Cross Tabs, and then you'll just simply choose the one variable for your row, you have the other variable for your column. Make sure you choose the chi-squared option under Statistics. Under Cells, you can get all the different observations you want in your cross tabulation. You can get your observed and expected. I would definitely get both of those, and then I would also get your adjusted standardized residuals, because that's going to tell you if you get a significant result, whether or not, or which cells in your cross tabulation are driving that relationship. I wouldn't mess with format or style. You can get your clustered bar charts if you want. I'm going to say no this time and click OK. And you should get output that looks like this. Here I've got my case processing, sample size looks right. Here's my cross tabulation. Here's my observed count, my expected count, and my adjusted residual for each of the combinations of the two variables. Right? And then here is my chi-squared test, in particular my Pearson's chi-squared, which had a chi-squared value of 69.7, 10 degrees of freedom, and a p-value less than 0.001. Alright, so that's how you